Good morning, everyone. I hope you are all well. It's just gone past 8 o'clock GMT time, so we are in the peak of the London session. I'm not trading just yet. We've got some high impact news coming in at 8:30, and to be honest, looking at Forex Factory, we've got a lot of news coming in today, so it's going to be an interesting day, and no doubt another day with more and more opportunities. And that's one thing I think is key to remembering in this industry, is that every single day you are blessed with opportunities. Once you know how to trade, once you discover your edge, once you've perfected your strategy, once you've got your trading rules, you will find that every single day presents different opportunities. And it doesn't have to happen, for you every day, because if it doesn't meet your rules, you're not going to take a trade. But on some time frames, some pairs, there are going to be opportunities, and that's why trading is one of the most incredible skills to learn, because once you have the ability to extract consistent results on a daily basis, then you're almost set. So yeah, we'll see what today brings. I'm hoping for a good day. It is obviously only the second day of the week, so we've got a long way to go. I would like to see price move out of the ranges that they've all been in through the first couple of weeks of the month, but we'll have to wait and see. But if you are just getting into trading, or you're new, or you're not quite there yet with profits, you've just got to remember that the markets aren't going to just leave without you. There are going to be opportunities that are going to come. Every day we're going to get things come across, and there's always going to be stumbling blocks, and you have to just be prepared to deal with them every single day. And what makes an amazing trader a very tough person, a very resilient person, is the ability to get up after they've been knocked down more than once. Because you can get up after being knocked down once, but eventually after 2 or 3 times people end up quitting. But in trading, it's very likely you may end up getting knocked down 6, 7, 8, 9 times. But it's about how you can get up from those times and use those times that you've fallen down as experience. So, just remember that you are the best you can be at the moment. You are doing the best you can with the information that's been provided to you. And that's not just with trading, that's in life. You are, the best version of you at the moment. And all you need to do is create yourself to be even better by focusing on certain things, discipline, consistency, and you'll get to where you need to be. So let's see how we get on the day anyway. Join me on this channel, and if you need anything, obviously subscribe, comment below, and yeah, let's see what we can do today, guys. S&P has kind of disrespecting that 5-minute level, so you can kind of get rid of that. We're in this imbalance. There's a level here which it's just about tapping into, which we like. We are dumping on US 30. So the New York Open literally consisted of sweep and a dump. It wasn't really an entry, to be honest, because it's just completely fallen down. So this imbalance would have been a nice entry. But when we look at the news, we've had USD news happen today. It's been a high impact day. We've got some yen news coming up as well today. So this looks quite powerful, Have we got any questions, guys? So as of now, I am waiting for accumulation. That kind of, we're taking targets, because if we were looking for sales, we were looking to sell it into this area that we created in here, and now we're in here. This is a potential area. Let's just see what the euro's doing quickly. That's pushing. Looks like we are going to attack Sunday's high. We've disrespected this area here. So who was it in the Discord group? Who's here now that was looking at this 1 hour area here for sales? So this is manipulation at its finest. Price rejects, gives you hope. That was you, Isaac, yeah? So that was you. You can see here, price rejects and then pushes higher, because 4-hour price action is actually bullish. Always go in line, okay? Always go in line. And we did accumulate down here as well. GU, sorry, has taken the target. We could get something in here. It's worth setting an alarm. I'm just going to set my alarm there so I can concentrate on these indices. The US30 is dumping. NAS, look at that. We've swept. We've not quite come to this area of liquidity, but we have swept below these lows here. Now, we've not really respected this structure here, but now we're pushing higher. So if we start accumulating across the board and the accumulation phase happens here on US30, it's just going to make sense. It's just going to make sense. Can we look at GJ? Of course we can. So, we'll come back to that. Where is GJ? So, just going from the top down, I'm just going to get rid of it. I'm going to do it again. GJ, you know, looks like it's a bullish day today. So 4-hour structure. I mean, it's just walking its way up. Overall is bearish. You know, I don't see why you can't potentially look for buys. You know, your first target would be this imbalance. Yeah, I mean, as of now, 1 hour, we've come up, we've hit this area here. We could accumulate where we are right now. We have taken this liquidity. You know, in here could be happening, but we have got areas of imbalance lower. I'd really probably want to wait to see something happen inside here. Guys, if you're looking at any charts, feel free to put them in the chat and we can analyze them as well. You know, if you're looking at anything, feel free to put them in. So yeah, potentially here, but you know, ideally here, we have got this imbalance as well, which needs to be filled. We have got this liquidity sitting here, and it's important to do liquidity everywhere you do, because look at that. You know, that's exactly why we are continuing to dump. You know, but what we're doing, which I like, is we're creating structure coming down. This could have been a nice sell, but realistically, your targets aren't there. You know, your targets aren't there. S&P. I mean, it's all just dumping. Yeah, have you analyzed anything on USD CAD that you want me to have a look at? I mark this up on EU. Am I on the right lines? I mean, yeah, you know, this could definitely react in here, and this would be what you were kind of waiting for. Obviously, price has pushed off without us. But yeah, you know, we were overall bullish on EU, and you've obviously got your bias correct there. You know, the fact that this candle here came in and mitigated, there's no imbalance, might be one of the reasons we pushed higher. Because if you look, we've got this imbalance right here, and price came into the imbalance and then started moving to the upside. So, you know, as of now, I'd be looking in here to see what happens, because I don't know if we're going to come this low, to be honest. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. You know, we are pressing bearish at the moment. I'm just, you know, we could get some accumulation here. Could get some accumulation. We'll have a look. Gold. So you're looking for the liquidity coming in down here. 15-minute. Let me just have a little look on here. So you're looking in here. Is that right? Just so I could actually see it from a high time frame point of view. Encroachment, Asian liquidity, fair value gap. Are you looking in here? Is this your area? I mean, that could definitely happen. My first area, I would literally just look here to start with. You know, this area here is technically valid, but you're absolutely right. There's liquidity there. There's a fair value gap. Fair value gap means imbalance, by the way, guys. You know, one thing to consider is we have filled the fair value gap. Technically, we only have to fill it by 50% to move. So if I measure that area there, we've got this breaker block here. That's the 50% mark right there. We've come in, we've pushed higher. So as of now, I would, just be waiting here. See what happens in here. If we disrespect the area, then your kill zone could absolutely be on. You know, that's absolutely possible. Someone asked for
UCAD. Let me just take a little look at US30. I don't want to miss anything. So it looks like we're kind of hanging around this area here at the moment. NAS is pushing. We didn't get a break, but we have got one now. Again, there wasn't a break, so that wouldn't have been a sensible buy. But we have, we've swept this liquidity. We've swept this liquidity. Maybe a move to the upside from here. Where is USD CAD? Here we go. USD CAD. Someone asked for USD CAD. So, USD CAD should pretty much do exactly what the DXY does. We want it to obviously drop. 4 hour, definitely in an area where we could move, but pay attention to this area. So if your area doesn't work out, that'll be why. It's an unmitigated area at the moment. Definitely getting something, we come up there. I think this is a lot of potential to come into, but we did take this liquidity and sell off. And we did come in and we are respecting it. So as of now, I'd be waiting, for this 1 hour candle to close, which is only 12 minutes away. As long as it closes round about where it is, there's a lot of potential we could come in here somewhere. But you see all these wicks, it's just messy. There's no imbalance. There's no reason for price to come back up. It could just carry on dropping. So yeah, that's kind of my opinion of you at UCAD at the moment. Definitely would wait for a candle close on the 1 hour before you do anything. So yeah, hopefully that helps. Just 30. So yeah, it's kind of just consolidating now. We've had the expansion and we're now in the consolidation phase. And, we are kind of not making our mind up on whether we want to press or not. So, there's definitely potential for us to accumulate here. It might be that we do something like that. I mean, this is if we get the close, by the way. But if we do, I mean, that would be a very decent move. But let's see. Pushing higher. So we are now finally making our moves to the upside. USD is hanging. S&P is going. So, coming into this area, this was our POI, it got disrespected. Came into here, pushing higher. Yeah, we'll see. Any questions, guys? At all? Anything you want to know? Obviously, after this call, if I see anything worth taking, I'll put them straight in, and we'll hopefully take advantage of the markets together. So gold is slowly but surely coming in. Does this make sense, guys? The way we've kind of broken everything down. I mean, ideally, the sweet spot would be price coming into this sort of 71 and 78, 88% area, filling in this imbalance, which would obviously give us opportunity for more sales. Naturally, we've tapped into this discount area, so we could push higher. It is, we are still respecting the bearish moves. This is why you have to wait for evidence, guys, because we didn't break any structure moving higher, not yet anyway, and we're just creating liquidity, filling imbalances. So the evidence to support us pushing lower is still there. Price action in here, yeah. Still think this could be tapped. I really do. Yeah, if you've got any other charts, guys, please feel free to, send them in. Happy to take a look. Wow. Could be a bearish day. Overall targets. We've come below there. Last week's low. Yeah, that's Friday the 13th. How many trades do you take a week? It really depends. It really depends on what price action is showing me. You know, today could very well be a sit on my hands day, because I wait for the perfect setup. You know, like right now, price coming in here would be perfect, but it's being patient. So if I see a liquidity draw to the upside with my target, I'll take that. Maybe one a day, two a day. It really depends. I wouldn't really want to put a number on it, to be honest. You know, don't worry about, you know, if you feel like you're taking too many trades. I mean, I know people that take one or two trades and are smashing it. I know people that take 35 trades and they're smashing it. Same strategy, they're just different type of traders. You know, I would say I'm towards 5 and 12 trades a week. You know, but I do have days where I don't take anything, and that's fine. I still think we can go lower. This imbalance is here as well. You're only taking USD CAD and NAS 100 today, yeah. Who else trades NAS in here? It's not. There's a few people that prefer NAS over everything. So NAS is pushing, leaving liquidity behind. So I would anticipate price coming lower to mitigate in. Yeah, Rachel, you love NAS, don't you, as well? Have you taken anything today, Rachel? Is your bias similar to mine? Are you kind of sitting in your hands? I mean, how are you feeling about NAS at the moment? Yeah, Nina. All of us do. Oh, that is actually my relationship with gold. I have been put off gold and not traded it for weeks, but then I get really good results from it. It's just crazy. Gold really does upset me. It wants me to do well. That's why I keep coming back for it. So yeah, it's definitely interesting. But NAS is an incredible asset. Any of these three, you know, for me, they're the best things to build up capital quicker. But you've also got to remember you've got to be consistent, because they're the easiest things to probably blow your accounts on. So that's the catch, because they move so quick. I mean, look, who would have anticipated, you know, earlier on that London session was bullish and then suddenly, bam, liquidity grab, see you later. You know, it's all about looking at the higher time frame, seeing things, and you know, we are looking for moves here. You know, and you've got to remember we're very early in the week. Wednesday and Thursdays are the peak times to trade. I am still looking for a price to accumulate, but you know, it's got to be prettier than what's happening now. You know. So that was the entry on NAS. If you took that in this order block here, we've got this imbalance in here. So I would anticipate that being a good area to enter on, unless obviously targets get taken. So NAS is off. Looks like we're going to take Sunday's high. US 30 is carrying on messing with us. So we got high, low. No new low. We've got a high. Could still come lower. Yeah, we'll wait and see. Let's see. So, guys, everyone on board with the way we've kind of broken things down today? Because, to be honest, there's not really a lot else to go over, unless you have any charts you personally, you know, want me to look at. I'm happy to do that. But if not, probably going to call it there. I mean, look at US 30. We are just dumping. Liquidity grab and gone. You know, and that's the thing. The good thing, you can give yourself your pat on the back, because we got the bias correct. We wanted sells in here, we just didn't get it. Price just didn't come back, which is annoying, but at the same time, we're correct in the way we're seeing things. We want price to accumulate in here to go higher now. We were looking for areas up here, weren't we, to go higher, and it went there. We just didn't get the entries. Would this be a good idea for gold? So that's what we were looking at. So this area here is definitely so definitely getting something in here would be nice, but I'd definitely wait for price to move higher, to accumulate in there. But you're on the right tracks, guys. Everyone here's on the right tracks. NAS is pushing. We are coming into that. We're in this 1 minute imbalance. You could set an entry here. We could wait, maybe a smaller confirmation. Might set that. So you're thinking about there, but then figuring out the targets, which probably just be Sunday's high. It's not going to give you the greatest risk to reward, but where would a 1 to 3? 1 to 3 looks like that. So you'd need it to obviously come a little bit higher. So potentially there. But guys, with that, we're probably going to call it there. These are the areas I'm looking at. I'll update you in the alerts channel if I see anything I like. This has been recorded, so this will go straight on the website. So just to recap what happened with here. So we were particularly looking at the US 30 area here. Liquidity was swept, price came in, we filled the imbalance, and we are selling off beautifully. I still fancy, potentially getting something to push higher from here, but we'll obviously wait and see. Euro completely dumped. Euro completely dumped, so that's fine because we've got a lot of liquidity here to target, which makes sense because the DXY is holding liquidity up here as well. So, the only entry I did take was on NAS on this 1 minute area here, because we swept below these lows right here, and then we started to accumulate to move higher, and I got in on this imbalance right here. So literally with the order block right there, that was where the entry was, because that there comes in with the imbalance. We literally dipped our toe in the water in the imbalance, and I literally just set an entry, and I held it to about 5 to 1. Okay, I got out around about here somewhere. So all in all, pretty successful day. I wish I got in down here. The accumulation here was beautiful. That would have been a much better trade. Well, I didn't quite come down, but I mean, if you'd got that, then potentially if you'd had your stop loss here and then push it higher, that could have been a 4 to 1. If you was aggressive with it, you could have been up an 8 to 1. S&P as well, I was looking in here. I didn't take this trade, but I was looking at this to happen, which is why I wish I took it, because obviously it would have played out really, really nicely. Again, stop loss here, then you're up a 5 to 1. If you keep it there, you're up. You were up a 4 to 1. And the reason it's important to get out is because of you seeing price moving and things like that. So definitely going to sit out for the rest of the day. I think next target could generally be this liquidity, which is sitting here. So we'll obviously wait and see how that pans out. But guys, hopefully you've enjoyed the recap, and I will speak to you again soon.